Hello and welcome. My name is James Mallory, Software Engineering Project Manager. If you've been following along, this is the video series on digital project management. We've so far covered project vision and goal setting and objectives, and today we're going to be looking at key performance indicators, KPIs. So I'm going to load something up and we're going to jump straight in. So within our project, we've now set a clear vision for our Acme soap company, cosmetics company, and we've also set some clear goals. So we know that we want to increase the general revenue by 10%. We want to increase that through web and app sales. So now that we know what the vision is and we know what the goals are, the next stage is to look at key performance indicators. Some people will come back to key performance indicators a little bit later on in the planning of a project. I personally like to do it up front. The reason I do that is because it gives everybody a clear indication of what we're trying to achieve with the project, what everybody on the team is trying to achieve, and it just sets everybody up for success. So what is a KPI? Hopefully it's quite straightforward, but not everyone gets it straight away. So it lets us look at the data that we currently have, or the data that's coming in from various sources, and we can then use that data to infer how successful we are being in our delivery of a project, or maybe more specifically, how successful a project is in delivering on its goals and its vision. So the easiest one that I use quite often, just to get people's heads around what a KPI is something very simple, like how many people are viewing the website on a daily basis. Super straightforward. So we've got a lot of information there straight away. How many people are hitting a certain page or a number of pages in a certain time frame, and we've discussed previously the SMART framework around how to get the most from setting these things up, setting your goals up and KPIs up, and it's the same here. So what we're trying to do within the KPI sheet is align each of these KPIs against one of the goals or the objectives that we've previously set. So you can see here I've put I've ID'd the KPIs, but I've also put in the goals that we're trying to achieve with these KPIs and how we're going to track them. The which you can see is the increase the company sales of Acme soaps by 10%. The metric is just essentially the number, the data that we're tracking. So here we've got revenue in pounds per month. Again, trying to be as specific as possible so we know what we're tracking and what we're not tracking. The channel is the area really that we're looking to track. I've broken this one down across desktop, mobile, web, mobile, iOS and Android apps. But we could break it down even further if that's what the project calls for, or we could keep it quite high level. I've done both actually. I've had lots and lots and lots of KPIs, and I've also had projects where we've just kept it really, really lightweight, just in terms of the things that we wanted to track. And then what is measured, so it's good just to highlight what is actually being measured. So we want to know the number of sales through each of these channels. And the data source, so how are we getting this information? Where's it coming from? So I've just put in here the CMS, content management system. So we're just going to track certain data points through the CMS. We're going to maybe, GTM stands for Google Tag Manager. So maybe we want to track the unique visits per month, and that might come through Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics. And then we've got other things. Maybe we want to track the transactions per month, not necessarily the revenue, but the number of transactions, or maybe the ticket price, like how much per transaction. And we can maybe pull that through like a commerce engine, WooCommerce or Drupal or whatever we're using. And then the only extra little thing in here that I like to add is adding a baseline number, like what's the current numbers if we know them. We probably, if we already have some digital assets out there, if we have a website, if we have a store, or it's a company that's already running, then chances are we will already have some kind of baseline to go on, like how much are we selling per month already, and then what the target is. So we've said one of the goals is to increase by 10% sales number. Then the target then is quite easy to work out. If it's 1,000, then it's going to be 1,100 is our target. So we can see where we're at where we're trying to get to on each of these KPIs, and it gives us a really good steer then on how successful this project is based on these numbers. Again, this is like a little addition that I put in here, but not everybody uses it. It is just like a monthly tracker, so we can actually put in how, you know, the numbers in, let's say, the first 6 months or something like that. So you could track your KPIs against a month, and then that will show you trends. The only other thing really to talk about in terms of KPIs is what they're good for and what they're not good for. So they're really good for historic data. So they're really good at tracking data and logging it and having a retrospective view of what that data is giving you and how well your KPIs are performing, how well your project is performing in its delivery on the goals and the vision. The thing that KPIs should not necessarily be used for is, although they are often used for, is trying to understand the future. So just like any numbers, really, the real numbers are from the past, and it could let you get a really good understanding of upward trends or downward trends or whatever trends are happening with your sales or with your visits. And you know, they can be really good to use in terms of making decisions on the future. An example being, let's say that you're tracking page visits, unique page visits on a very specific page, and your trend is a downward trend, and it has been for a very long time, and let's say it's going down 10% every month, and people just aren't visiting a certain page. Then that's a really good, it's a strong number then to make a good business decision around maybe we need to do something about that page if we want to do something about it, if we want to change those numbers. So in terms of the historic information and the knowledge to make business decisions is really good, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if we do make changes, those numbers will change. Does it give good insight into the past? Yes. Does it let us have good insight and make good business decisions for the future developments on the website or the apps? Absolutely. Should the KPIs be used as a guide of what numbers might happen or what numbers we might track against in the future? Absolutely not. Like, that's a big pitfall with KPIs, and people can become quite unstuck using them in that way. So I hope that gives a good sort of overview of what KPIs are. I'm going to keep this video quite short, hopefully. If you have any questions about that, how you use your KPIs, or what you think is missing from here, or anything that we could add in to make it better, I'm really happy to hear everyone's feedback. So hopefully this will help. Again, with this, make it your own. Don't just use mine, although you're more than welcome to, but change it, because each project is different, right? So change it for your project. Make sure that you've got the right information in here for your project and your stakeholders and for your team. Maybe this is too heavy for you, take some out. Maybe this is way too light, add loads more in, whatever is needed. And then once you get a really good understanding of what your KPIs are and what you're trying to track to make sure that you're moving towards your business goals and your vision, then the next stage is to start building out the scope to unlock these goals. So that's everything on KPIs, key performance indicators. I hope that made sense. I hope it was clear. As always, make this your own, add more in, take things out, entirely up to you how you want to use it. This is just my model that I use based on a few different methodologies. So the next video is going to be on scope, now that we know our vision and our goals and our KPIs. So as always, there'll be a link in the description, so please download the files and follow along, use them as you see fit. And I hope this is helping you out in your project. So until next time, thank you very much.